Racetrack ladies. And you know what? We're in Volusia Mall this time.
We're in front of J.C. Penney.
Yes,
So
we
we're
are.
changing it up every day.
Yeah,
We don't want y'all to be able to find us.
that's
that
right.
Easily.
We're running from the law. So today was the Daytona 500, and you know we all thought it was going to rain today.
No
It didn't
rain?
rain.
It did not.
There was
And
no
I
rain.
agree with the orange cone. At least it's not Tuesday.
Yes. So we got the what was weird is that I was talking to the lady in, and it's like, well, you know, she asked if the race was running fast today, and I'm like, maybe it's because there was no potholes they had to fix, there was no jet dryers getting blown
There was
out.
no fire.
We actually just had a normal race.
There was no red flag.
Yeah,
rain.
none.
I'm like,
It was a normal race.
It was like fast, lickety split
I
fast.
was like, really?
we forgot what a regular race was like at the track.
Yeah.
It was strange.
So we were worried about rain at the beginning of the day.
No rain.
And then there was no rain.
It was almost, we all wore shorts, and it was muggy to start, and then it
Very
turned a little
muggy.
cool towards
Yeah.
the end of the race, so I had a blanket, thank goodness.
So it was actually perfect for that. I mean, and the sun never really peaked out, so it never really got embarrassingly hot.
No, and it didn't rain, so thank goodness we got it all in.
It got a little warm.
So we can go home and watch the Oscars.
Yes, because we got important things. Red carpet's coming up.
Yeah, red carpet's coming.
I have to put my best pajamas on.
You know, we have a unique sense of fashion.
Yes, we do.
Our
Which footies
URVs.
shall I wear?
So anyhow, so the race today, so it was the 55th running of the Daytona 500. We had Danica Patrick on the pole. So she was making history starting the race on the pole.
Right, and then they had the different driver intro.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, the driver intros were aired this year for the first time, which, you know, they always air the Indy 500, so
Right.
how fitting was it to air the Daytona 500 driver intros, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, much like the Indy, because they had the trophy there, and they
Yeah.
had 2 drivers come up at a time. And
I think they were they felt a little awkward with that.
did.
It was a first for them.
Well, it was a little awkward because when it came time for them to do the ride around in the truck, some doubled up, there were some empty trucks.
Well, because
there
it
were
didn't
single
make sense.
trucks.
Because then once they all went through the driver intros, then they all lined up. You guys probably all saw them on TV, which I thought was really cool.
I thought it
very
was
cool.
very
When
They
they
were
all
taking
lined up,
pictures, which I thought was fun.
Once that was done, it's like, okay, well then we all got to hop in the truck. Well, if I'm like, you know, even if I was starting first, like Danica, I was going to have to walk all the way down. It didn't make sense.
Well, they didn't
Yeah.
have. See, this is where my hospitality event planning
They didn't
comes
have an
in.
event coordinator.
They didn't have it very organized at that
No.
moment, so somebody
No.
needed to be doing that.
Yeah.
But they
So-
still rode around in the trucks, and that was cool. And the
Yeah.
trucks had the American flag on.
So it was a
Yeah.
very cool intro. The Zach Brown band performed, and
they were good.
they were good.
Yeah.
Looking at my hair.
I don't know.
Well, and then when it came time for the national anthem, only one of the guys came out to sing it.
And I don't think
Well,
he
because
was
they
a-
probably all voted. Oh, can you sing it? Do you know the words? They probably went, do you know the words? Well, I don't know. Do you know the words?
And that's
Okay.
just
You
it.
get to
I
sing
have
it.
heard all of them sing it a cappella, and they sound beautiful.
Well, but I don't think he was originally chosen. Why did
No.
I think that Bo Bice was supposed to sing the national
Somehow,
anthem?
I think
He
it was a
kinda
last
looked like
minute
Bo Bice.
change.
Yeah, because I don't think that this was supposed to be who was supposed
Bo,
to sing it.
where are you?
I thought he looked like Bo Bice, actually. I
Well.
was like, is that Bo Bice?
He did a good job.
Yeah, he started off a little shaky, but he ended very, very
very
strong.
good.
But then I thought, how interesting, we didn't have any fireworks at the Rockets Red Glare, and yet we'd had them in other races.
Yes.
But for the Daytona 500, we didn't. We had them
Well-
when the drivers came out of their little intro
Well,
tunnel.
and I think that was kind of something we really missed because we were looking for the flyover too.
And then that didn't happen either.
No
You know,
flyover.
we've been to a few of these things. We all look up. Everybody's
We were
looking.
like,
Do you
with
hear it?
I don't
budget
hear
cuts.
rumbling.
Well, you know what we didn't have to start the race? We didn't have the dang
Yes,
flags
the
that we
stupid
have all the
Daytona
time.
flags. That's
Oh,
right.
Gone.
really? Tell us how you feel about those flags.
They were stupid
Yeah,
flags.
they
Yeah,
finally
they
mothballed
really-
those things.
You know,
Yeah,
the
good.
pictures of Dale Senior
And Richard Petty.
Dale
Exactly.
Jr. and Jeff
Over you.
Dale
and
Jr.
Kyle
Yeah.
Petty. I mean,
I
really.
mean, all respectable guys. Don't get us wrong. We really.
but you
we
know,
like
how
the
many
guys.
years in a row do we get to see these things?
It's like
Too
what,
many.
they're just changing up the order.
Maybe
of the
they
pictures.
heard us making fun of them.
We're
every year.
done with the flags. And so
Well,
you
we
were
actually
done too.
kind of missed
Yeah.
them this year. We missed them for like a split half second.
Yeah, and then that
But
was
because
it.
of the incident yesterday at the end of the nationwide race, one of the crossover gates had been replaced by a fence. So we had 2 million people trying to get off the grass to get back up into the stands.
Yeah, but they, I'm amazed.
Good
NASCAR
job.
does it very efficiently.
off the-
Yeah, there
they
is
call it
no
the
issue.
ball field.
When it's time to go, you got to go.
They're like, get off the field, people.
And they
Don't
start
step
using
on
their
the
little
decals.
ropes. Their
Yeah.
little ropes to guide
Hurting them
people.
along.
Okay,
So anyhow,
besides all that.
okay, then we had a race.
Then we, oh yeah,
Well-
we'll okay, yeah, to the race. Never mind.
So we start the race. Danica's on the pole, and then first lap, Jeff Gordon leads.
Well, and then Danica, she led the next.
Let me tell you.
She didn't lead for a while.
Yeah, but the girlfriend, she led and she stayed up there.
But the problem we were having, NASCAR, is that it was single file racing.
A
A lot.
Even the commentators like, oh my gosh.
Yes, the
Our worst
commentators.
nightmare.
Yes.
Single file racing.
Don't think we're not listening to you guys when you're off air. We're listening.
And
We're
you know,
listening
they
to
really
you
did,
snore.
considering how boring it was, they really did a good job of keeping it interesting.
Trying to.
Yeah,
You
it
know,
wasn't
because
easy.
we're thinking, oh my gosh.
Not so
Well,
much.
and then we had a big wreck, which took out.
Oh,
Well,
yes.
her driver.
Yeah,
Tony
her
Stewart.
It took out a lot of other
He
people. It
wasn't
took
the
out
only
the
one.
Kevin
five.
Harvick was real hot this weekend. Well,
Yeah.
Juan Montoya.
he's
Hold
gone.
on.
Casey Kane, my farmer's friends.
Yeah.
Casey Kane.
He was somehow
I was
turned
sad.
sideways. Nobody
I don't
figured it
know.
out, but then we heard the audio
18.
from the 18 saying, "My bad."
Kyle Busch,
my
my
bad.
bad.
I don't
Well,
know,
Well,
did
my
he
dad
really
doesn't
do
fix
it?
it.
well, no, but Karma does. So
Yes, it does.
Yeah, they came back.
Yeah,
And
karma came back to get you.
Karma,
Karma.
chameleon.
Anyhow, so then it was like, okay, now we're gonna get down to racing. No.
No.
Or single file.
More
either.
single
Yeah.
file.
Single file.
Yeah.
All the single ladies.
Oh, the single ladies.
Oh my gosh. So there was this guy in the stand in the row below us. I don't know if anybody else saw him. Susie and I did. He had a sign around his neck and it said, I'm single and blah, 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 looking for, and had his phone
Yes.
number on it.
Oh.
Really?
He seriously did.
Do
We're not
you
even making
think
this
out
up.
of 250,000 people he was going to find a chick to
Yeah.
bite on that?
Yeah,
Okay.
no.
We're a little smarter than
Anyhow,
that.
so-
I'm single and I didn't look.
So the race looked like Matt Kenseth had it in hand. He looked
Yeah.
like he was going to be a strong contender
Strong
again.
car. Well, there was like 5 Toyotas up front, and everybody, all the drivers were going, well, how are we going to break through this?
Yeah.
This-
Because nobody wanted to go to the inside because
No.
the inside wouldn't move. And Jeff's like, well, if we could get several cars down there, well, that didn't
And
work.
Toyotas were protecting their
time.
territory.
No, they
Well,
were
I
like,
know how that's going to happen. Those engines are going to blow up.
that's
They'll
what
blow.
happened.
And that's
So
what
JGR.
First, Matt can
Yeah, Matt Kenseth goes, and then all of a sudden I see little M&Ms being trailed along.
oh, blue smoke, yay!
then Denny Hamlin-
As I was
front.
eating them in the stand.
Oops, look at Kyle Busch go.
No,
Yeah,
I'm
Denny
sorry.
Hamlin's leading, and we're like, that's a Toyota.
Was that a precursor?
Truex, he went behind
Yeah,
the wall.
Truex,
Yeah, we're
yeah.
like, oh, come on.
But
Yeah,
really,
This is how we shall get to the
excitement
front.
that we had, other than the blown engines,
Yeah.
was pit road, because that was really the only place that you could pass.
Yeah.
right.
So Danica did struggle getting off pit road. It's like she spun her tires too much or something, but she was always losing places.
And she
but
was
then,
in the first stall.
But well,
Girl,
but she's
we can
she's
work on that.
she is. She did finish in the top 10.
Yes, she did.
Which-
Finished ninth.
She 8th.
Well,
I
top
believe
10
it was
were
8.
2 of the Stuart Haas cars, the 39 and the 10. Sorry, I had to get that one.
Yeah, and Jimmy Johnson wins. Congratulations to Jimmy Johnson.
Yes,
Jeff
very
Gordon.
happy for Jimmy.
Jeffy had a rough race. He fell back to 20th because
Tell me
he kept
about
thinking
rough.
that if he went to the middle or to the inside, somebody might go with him.
Well, he had
No,
heating
no.
problems. I mean, his
Yeah.
car was overheating.
But by the time we got to the last half, that wasn't the issue. The issue is that
he didn't hook up.
He had nobody to hook up
And
with.
Junior finished second.
Again.
Junior!
You
Well,
know,
because I
I
couldn't
think-
figure out what the big hullabaloo, why everybody was screaming at the end of the race. I'm like, oh, there goes
Well,
Jimmy
but
trying to push.
Martin had,
or
he got pushed.
Junior pushing.
Wasn't it Junior?
Well, here it is. I think
You
Karma.
didn't even spit that out, did you?
I think Karma kind of worked on that one because there was a few races back where
Uh-oh.
Junior kind of dissed Mark Martin, called him an old man.
Oh.
It was over the radio, of course. It wasn't on.
Yeah.
That was a
old man
long time
eyes.
ago.
You know,
There
it's
are a
years
lot
ago.
of
People
stuff
don't
on
forget.
radio.
But Mark Martin's got a long memory, and
You
I'm
don't
just
forget.
saying because what Junior said is, I backed up, like let's get going, and he got that one shove. But I think once Mark Martin thought, one more, he wins. It didn't come.
Well, I was
don't
rooting for
know.
Mark Martin just because he's come so close. So
I was
many
too. When I
times.
heard he was like moving up and saw
Yeah.
he was moving up, I was excited for
Well,
him.
Junior he had a hard time saying what happened. He says, well, he started racing with his friends back there. What? And then another time he said something different, like, oh, I guess he kind of lost power. So he really didn't have a good explanation of why.
Well, that.
So I'm just thinking a little karma happens.
So
Maybe.
beware of karma.
Yeah.
But so Jimmy Johnson wins. You know what I thought was really cool that Jimmy did?
What?
Oh, I know. I loved that.
The burnouts on the backstretch. He
Oh,
did
yes.
burnouts back there, which is so
Yes.
nice for the people
Because
who
nobody
sit
ever
back
does
there.
that for those
No,
people.
we get it in the front and we go with all the tire smoke.
So now everybody in the back went.
They
We
got it
paid
too.
$360 for that.
Yeah, we did.
Each.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. So,
Yeah.
so that was really
And
kind
I
of
gotta
cool.
tell you, when it came down to the end, the last lap or so, you know, and those cars are coming off turn 4, coming right at you, I had a little thought like, oh, I hope they don't block and fall apart.
Yeah.
I was praying the last 15 laps. I was.
And I've never had that thought before, but that was pretty scary.
But what I still don't understand is why didn't Junior and Danica hook up at the end?
'Cause
Why
they're
didn't Junior push
Well,
Danica?
he did give her a push.
Not much, because she kept getting blocked by. But
Because she
when
was-
she was
on the
running
16.
third and Junior was running fourth, I thought they could pull out and go.
Because
Well,
she's
she
scared.
didn't pull out.
She's scared.
I know.
Yeah, well, she said over the radio, you know, I was just really concerned that I would just get freight trained.
Well, she would, but if Junior was pushing her and she knew Junior was going to be with her, everybody
Well, she
follows
didn't
Junior.
trust Junior to push her. You know, he's not going to wait. He's going to say, "Who's going?" You know,
Because she said, what did she say early on? I'm out here learning. You know, I'm afraid I'm out here learning as I'm doing this stuff in these corners.
Well, I'm hoping
really?
that she got some
Then maybe
respect from
you should be
some
out
of the
there at
drivers.
the cup level.
Well, here I thought it was funny. Here, you know, if Biffle would have pulled his head out of his butt some
Yeah,
and
he was
worked
happy.
with her, he probably could have won because
Yeah.
she kept pushing him, and I
Yes.
think he was getting twerked about it.
When I-
And he got twerked at her on pit road because she was, I guess, crowding him or
Well,
whatever.
and I think the best shot Junior had of winning the race was, you know, pushing Danica and then saying, "Oh, bye," and then you know
Right.
winning the race.
Right.
Well, see,
She
that's
has
what
good
Danica
experience.
knew was
Yeah.
going to happen.
Yeah, because you know
Yeah.
she didn't know how to win the race.
Yeah.
So.
That's what she said.
Another
I'm
Daytona,
learning.
another Daytona 500
she did good. She
in the
did good.
books.
Okay, let me ask you this.
But yeah, go
Did
ahead.
we see fireworks in the victory lane? Did we see them?
No, we saw confetti.
Well, there's lots
No,
of-
fireworks. There's always been fireworks at the Daytona 500 with the winner.
I don't remember that.
Always.
I'm always get
budgets-
that confused with the Great American Speedway at Texas Motor Speedway. They always have those big flames.
Oh,
But no, those are
Gossage.
flames.
I think,
There's always been fireworks
Eddie
at
does it.
this.
Well, NASCAR lost money this year in the stock market, so
Really? Oh, I'm sorry. All the people probably got them taken care of, but
Oh, yeah.
you
But
know,
the
our
fans
tickets prices did not,
did not
go,
go
down.
down.
Well, so anyhow,
So,
top 10. I mean, so Ryan Newman was in
Don't
the top
blow me
10.
off.
I don't know. I mean, what we can do? We're not going to not come.
no.
No,
So-
but I'm just making a point.
I like your
yeah,
point.
that we noticed that you cut it on
You're not
our
putting
end.
it over on us.
Yeah.
That's right.
Okay, thank you. Acknowledge it.
So Ryan Newman finished in the top 10, so we get Bloomin' Onions tomorrow for free.
all right, let's go.
Let's see who else.
Outback. Everybody go get your
Who
blooming
goes
onion.
Outback? Who else? Who else finished in the top 10?
McDowell didn't. No.
Where did Bobby Labonte finish? Because Bobby
The
Labonte
47
ran
was
very
up there.
strong. But then, you know, I couldn't figure out, kind of like when Austin Dillon pitted by himself, like, why? And then Bobby Labonte
Well,
on
that's
that
what
last
he
pit
was
stop.
asking too.
Why?
Are you serious? I'm the only one that pitted. How'd that happen?
Exactly.
It was a crew chief call.
Yeah,
That's
because
bad.
when you're the only one that pits,
Yeah.
you got no friends coming
Because at
out.
first I thought there was something wrong with his car, and
I
then
did
when
too.
I heard his radio say, "Why are we pitting alone?"
Because it didn't make sense. Nobody does that.
No.
No,
But then
it's
Bobby
very
Labonte
bad.
did it later. I'm like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
thought
but-
maybe there's something wrong with his car,
Yeah, anyway.
or he was pitting early. I thought maybe to get his gas. 'cause
I
that's all
guess,
he
but
did
still,
was-
you never pit alone.
Yeah,
No,
that's
several
Not
people
of
did
them.
that. It was very
That's
bad,
true.
bad decisions.
Yeah, so, anyhow. So, I guess that's about all we have to say about that
Yeah,
race.
that's
That's
pretty
all
good
I've got
race.
to say.
Yeah, so now we move on to Phoenix, and like everybody says, the real race
The real
season
racing
starts.
Yes.
Yeah.
As opposed to this was just a play date.
Well,
Yeah.
it's just, I don't know. Daytona's a different animal. The qualifying, the racing, everything. It's all so
Yeah.
different. It's
It
not
is.
how the
It's
rest of the
fun. It's a
season
fun
is.
race.
It is a fun race, and I think they need to still fix the, the single line racing, that there was no second groove that you
I
could
want
really
some
race
passing.
in.
Well,
I
that's
want
what
some,
Junior
you know.
said. Junior said a couple adjustments, and we got ourselves a really good car. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah, maybe. but-
I'm anxious to see this Gen 6 car and what it does for the season.
yeah, we'll see.
Well,
So-
we will see because we got 35 more.
Just give Junior a call.
Well, I was trying to find out where,
Just call me maybe.
I was trying to find out where Bobby Labonte finished, but I couldn't find it fast enough. Sorry.
All right,
We're a little
guys.
limited when we're sitting in a car.
Yeah. But, okay, well, we're going to go head home and
Yeah,
catch the
'cause
red carpet.
It's time for the Oscars.
And,
I'm very excited.
so, thanks for joining us here during Daytona Speedweeks 2013.
We had fun.
Yes, we
Have a
did.
good time.
So, until next time, we'll be at the track and going green.